going from nothing, no mastermind ever done before, to having 6 fatherpreneurs in the matter of, honestly, dude, like 10 days.
Oh. Hey there, and welcome to this Fearless Coach case study interview. Today, I get to talk with Luke Jensen. Luke, I'm super pumped to connect, man, because we've been working together for about 3 months now. And I love connecting with our students to kind of capture the journey that you've been on and the results that you've gotten. And I always like to start by kind of you just introducing yourself for a moment. So why don't you just kind of share, a little bit about you and your coaching business. Who do you coach and what problems do you solve and how does it all work?
Yeah, hey, Peter, thank you so much for having me, dude. So the name of my coaching program or coaching business is called The Victory Mindset, and I help stressed fatherpreneurs transform their core identity, their health, and their legacy so they become the heroic father they know they truly are and their family deserves. Yeah, dude, I love it.
Let that land for a moment. That is like a powerful message right there. And dude, it's a needed message today. I think that we live in a world where we've never had more stress in all of human history, right? And yet we have the most comforts we've had at the same time. So it's kind of crazy. But the responsibilities of a father, of just a father alone, let alone a father who's also running a business, what a needed, what an amazing niche to serve. I just want to acknowledge you for that.
Oh, thank you so much, man. No, I love it. And then again, so before when we were working, I kind of knew what I was doing.
Yep.
And then when we started, okay, Luke, you have to narrow in because, dude, I can help anyone. I'm going to help anyone do anything. But you're like, no, you have to narrow in on exactly who you want to help on. Even that, my magnetic message changed so much with my mindset and perspective of this is exactly who I want to serve, right? Who I need to coach.
Yeah. It not only activates, right? It ignites your purpose around it because you get really clear, but it also helps your message cut through the noise because there's so many coaches out there today. I've been in the industry for 11 years, launched our Fearless Coach Academy 8 years ago. And it's amazing that there's so many coaches out there and there's a lot of noise. And so it's really critical that you get a message as specific and as pinpointed as you just did. So that's awesome, man. So tell me a little bit about kind of your coaching business when we first started. So 3 months ago, talk to me kind of where it was in terms of clients that you're working with, income you're making, leads you're generating. Where were you when we started?
It was non-existent. No, it was so when we first started, I was coaching people, but it was all referral based, which is great, right? You want to build a business off of referral. However, it was so few and far between, and I didn't know where the next client was going to come from, right? So you're crossing your fingers, hoping that the person that you're coaching is going to be so excited about the coaching that they're going to tell someone else, but they're like, okay, who should I tell? And I don't know. I don't know exactly. I mean, why don't you just tell your friend or a coworker or someone, what is it I do? Sometimes your clients cannot verbally or express what it is that you exactly do, right? So I was coaching, I was doing the things that I did love. I knew exactly how to be a coach, right? But I didn't know how to market myself. So that again was such a lost art for me. I was I just want to coach. And then you get the story about just wanting to coach and how do I do it? And
man, I feel you because I was totally there when I started too. That can be the most frustrating thing because you actually have been coaching people. So you were already witnessing the impact that you were having on these clients' lives, right?
Yeah.
And it's frustrating if you don't have a way to kind of get that message out there, generate more leads and get more clients. A mentor of mine, Joe Polish, once said, there's no relationship between being good and getting paid. And when I heard that, I was like, ooh, that hurt. That did not sound good. You know what I mean?
So true.
Yeah. So it sounds like, okay, so you were already working with clients, but the real problem is that you kind of rely on referrals, which obviously showcases your value as a coach, which is great. But as you said, it's not sustainable and it's not scalable, right? Because sometimes your clients don't know how to articulate it. So you really kind of came to us with needing support around marketing. Is that right?
Yeah, needing support around marketing and really understanding, again, just an organic system or any kind of system of okay, how do I go from having a client to having 10 clients, or at least getting in front of people where they know exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, this is not an uncommon problem. I think many coaches go through the stage of recognizing, okay, now there's more than just learning how to coach. Now I've got to learn how to generate leads and get clients and all those things. This problem, though, can be debilitating for a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
So when you were at this stage, what was the impact? Like, was this rippling outside of just business? Was this having an impact in other areas of your life at all?
Man, my coaching is like my life purpose. So absolutely. Right. So it affected just what I thought about myself. Right. So my belief about, damn, I know that I have this thing inside me that I love, and I am making an impact in some people's lives. But if it's not going to a place where I'm able to provide for my family and have the impact that I want, then yeah, man, relationship with my wife, with my kids, it's not that it's bad. It's just not at the level of what it could be. And then I started doubting myself, and then started thinking like, you know what, I need to start maybe planning for something else, man, because it's just too much, right? You have a family to provide for, so it's challenging.
Yeah. Thank you, Luke, for being honest about that, man, because that's something that I really want the person watching this to recognize is like, our lives aren't in a vacuum, right? Every area of our life is interconnected, as you said. And you see that with all of your clients, all the fatherpreneurs that you coach. If you help them, with their morning routine or with their habits, they show up as a better father or a better husband or a better businessman, right? So to know that there's a positive impact and ripple effect, but there's also a negative one if that problem doesn't get solved. Right. Yeah. So now we talked a couple times, right? Because you, I think, first came to my Fearless Coach intensive before, like a year or more, right before we started coaching. So what were your biggest concerns or fears around reaching out to a business coach for help or looking at Fearless Coach Academy?
First of all, one of them was, what the hell is this? Right.
Yeah.
Right. This is like someone's marketing to me, but I've heard a bunch of different stories about marketers,
Yes,
or whatever it is, right? And you just don't know what it is, so you don't know what you're actually getting.
Yeah.
And so you pay someone something, and then it's like, okay, but what are they doing, and how's it growing my business? There's no game plan, right? And there's nothing for me to work on. It's like I'm just paying someone to do something, and who knows what they're actually even doing.
Yeah.
I think the biggest challenge was like just really understanding I need to invest in myself to be able to grow my business, and then knowing I need the very best. I can't just have some like Joe Schmo, whoever's like, I can help you do this, this, and this. I'm like, dude, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But I need to have like a structured system and someone I can check in with, and we're open and honest. There's transparency, and we know how to grow. So the game plan was just phenomenal when I first started working with you. But yeah, at first it was just challenging just to wrap your head around it, I think.
Totally. Yeah. Well, first is the decision, like you said, right? The decision that, okay, you were trying to do it on your own. And I think you even hired a team to kind of do some of it for you at stage, right?
Yeah.
And that, it can, if it works, great. But if it doesn't, it's really frustrating, because then you hired the team and you're like, hold on, they were supposed to come batteries included and had solved the problems for me.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, it's hard for you to guide them, right? Or know what was wrong with their strategy that we needed to change with yours. So I just want to acknowledge you for like having the awareness of, okay, you tried that, try to do it on your own, and say, you know what, I want to get there faster. Because I think that's the question that every coach should face, is how quickly do you want to achieve your goals? Every human should have that question. That's what the Fatherpreneurs come to you with, is instead of trying to have to go through all the pain and the challenge and the sacrifice that you did formulating your process, you can help accelerate them. Is that fair to say?
Oh, without a doubt. And then have, again, lasting impact, right? So knowing and having the system like, yeah, this, I can just do this over and over and over again, right? And I know what I'm doing now. So I feel much stronger in my sense of like growing my business because of it.
Yeah, totally. Love that. Well, I know that we are only at kind of the 3-month kind of mark of our journey, right? I say that Fearless Coach Academy is a 3-year program with only a 3-month commitment. Since we're at the beginning of this, what is 1, 2, or 3 different things that you learned these last few months that's had the biggest impact on the business and in your life?
Yeah, I call it staying active, staying attractive, right? I think the idea is like hyper focusing on just following direction, right? Having a sense of direction and a clear path for my success and just working that, making it very simple and having a sense of urgency, but not a sense of desperation. Where if I don't get someone to like one of my comments or something, and just following the process, really. It's, from our kickoff call, having a good game plan, and then understanding what I need to do, and then where it's going to take me. That's what really gave me clarity. And then I felt very like, yes, I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to try anything else, or I'm not going to resort to any bad habits or, thinking or any like shiny new thing that shows up. I'm just going to work this game plan.
Dude, that is huge. That is like, for the person watching this, like, please hear Luke say that and take that away, because it's not uncommon for people to start working with a coach and then get excited by the work that they're doing, but then also get excited by all the other things that are still being marketed to them.
Yeah.
Right. And then that pulls us in different directions. And so you, like I requested, which is amazing, which is what making you such a great student, is like focusing, like the metaphor I use is acting like a racehorse with blinders on. Like our job, right, is to lay down the track, to deliver the plan, which you had. Your job is to run the race and to stay focused. Yeah. And so we do everything in our abilities to kind of remove the distraction and remove those shiny objects, but you still have to run the race. And you've been doing that, which is great, because not only did you show up open to learning, but you also showed up being quick to implement. So those two things is like open-mindedness of learning something that may be new, even if it's uncomfortable. Because let's talk, technology is not something that you are an expert, you know what I mean, that you want to be the best in the world at, right? You want to get the message out there. You want to leverage technology, but that was a challenge for you when we started. It's something that you still have a learning curve around, but you're making progress around that. Would you agree?
It scared me, bro.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's part of what kept me stuck and not even wanting to grow. Right? Because the whole aspect of like, I don't even know where to start. So I'm not going to start, right? I'm going to just resort back to doing things how I always have, but getting the same results I always got. So it's like, that was a big part of, it was a great kickoff call, great game plan, just going to follow it. That's it. And putting in the reps, putting in the repetition, not so much time. It's just like the intensity of the reps of just watching the videos, implementing it right away, and knowing that I'm going to get the result by putting in the repetitions. That plain and simple.
Yeah, and you've also really shown up and gotten the support. Like you've come to the calls and asked the questions that you need them. You post them in the Facebook group when you need them. That ability to ask for support is really, really critical. Whether you're wanting coaching around growing your business or becoming even a better fatherpreneur, right? So that reaching out for support is something that you've done incredibly well. Let's talk about results, dude. This is what I get excited about. So tell me a little bit about kind of the results that you've gotten in the business from implementing these different tools and these different strategies we've helped you with.
Yeah. So I went from being almost non-existent, like people knowing, so I have a fitness training background. So everyone always knew I'm a fitness trainer, was doing it for 16 years, but people are starting to understand what it is that I exactly do. I'm a coach for Fatherpreneurs. Because of the Facebook community that you coach me to create, and then following that step-by-step process and actually have being an authority figure in it and being very active in that. So because I was able to do that, dude, I was going to wait till January, honestly, to even start a program. I was just going to. I was like, dude, I had a story. People are in holidays. They're not going to want to put money down, whatever, all that, stuff. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I need to challenge myself. And I started just putting as much content as I possibly could on the Facebook group page, following your instructions. Yeah. And then I put a post, a case study post, right? Yep. Starting a new program, case study program, looking for 3 fathers who want to drop 10 pounds in the next 90 days, right? Right after I put that post in, instantly, I think I got like 3 messages in my personal message. And I haven't even told you this. I've gotten close to 20 of them, right? 20 people actually message me. Yeah, they're not so much liking the post, right? They're still trying to be like incognito, like it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Been there, done that. I did the same thing to you. Yeah. So it was just like I start my program tomorrow. Instead of wait till January, I was like, okay, what would happen if I just posted that? And no matter what, I was like, I'm going to start in 10 days. And so I did that. I got people on victory calls, so 15-minute calls. I call them victory calls, just to vet them to see if it's a proper fit for my coaching business for the 100 Days of Victory. And yeah, man, I'm starting it tomorrow. So I got six fatherpreneurs, which is great. It's a great start. Going from nothing, no mastermind ever done before, to having 6 fatherpreneurs in the matter of, honestly, dude, like 10 days.
Oh,
I'm like hyper focusing on it.
yes.
And it's great, man.
Dude, this is huge because this is the beginning, right? When you launch your first program, this is the scariest one to launch because it's the first time you're doing it. It can feel really overwhelming. And when you do this, you're going to be blown away because I know you're going to launch another one on the heels of this, right?
Yeah,
you're going to be blown away. Like your certainty and confidence skyrockets because then you're going to witness the impact that all your clients are having within the program. You're going to get case studies from it. You're going to get referrals from it. And you're going to be further along in building the systems that you need to automate this process so it can actually really scale. Because you did, which is amazing that you did this, Luke. You took one of our organic strategies and you implemented it and you got sales calls from it and you got 6 clients from it, which is awesome. So to start there, and then now as we really install the lead gen system to get it to a place where you've got people from the Facebook group joining that every single day, eventually getting you to paid ads when you can actually really fuel this thing. That's when scalability comes in. So, dude, that is awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much. No, I'm just like so excited for what's next. I think I'm already starting that whole process again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, again, having a backbone to your business or to mine, like having this backbone and having a team is what changes everything because it's a big part of my community now, right? Like what you and Coach Campo do is it's transformed my business. It really has, dude, honestly. And then the rest of my life too, because I'm fucking excited about what I'm doing, right? Excuse my language, but I am. I have a deep sense of purpose and I want to make sure I fulfill it. And yeah, man, I'm very grateful and I'm just so excited.
I love it, brother. That's amazing. Thank you for that. Like fills me up right there. Who would you recommend it to? You know, you've been in Fearless Coach Academy for a few months. There's coaches watching this. What kind of coach do you think would benefit from the work that we do?
Yeah, I would say any coach, but probably not any coach. I would say a coach who is willing to take their coaching program or business to the next level, honestly. Because it's one of those things where you, like anyone, you want to have someone who, if you're a person that wants to invest in your coaching business and then you want to have strategies to help grow your business and to actually know what you're doing and be able to scale it, then you want to sign up, right? And if there's hesitation, fine. Just get on the phone and you just listen and just know that once you put in the work, you're going to see results. And just like I was saying, the more reps you put in, the more intensity you have, the quicker you're going to see the results. So if you're a serious coach wanting to help other people and take your business to the next level, without a doubt, this program is for you. Yeah.
Thank you, man. That's a disclaimer, right? You got to be willing to put in the work because this isn't something that you join and then, you click a button and everything happens, right? You actually have to do the work. And that's the hardest thing, and this coming from the health space, how many people buy a book or, invest in an online course and think that their health issue is solved when they actually haven't done the work, right? So that's really critical. So if you watching this are someone who could do the work, then I'll share in a moment how to connect with us if you want to explore for how we can help you. For the coach that knows that they want support, Luke, but still feels resistance. Maybe it's a fear of the time commitment or probably money, right? Maybe that's the scary thing is, it's going to be an investment. What would you say to somebody like that who has that resistance or that fear around investment?
Yeah, I would say good. I'd say the idea is that our bank account will never match our dreams, right? It's just the way that it is. I was doing the same thing, man. I was like, damn, do I really want to do this? Like invest in myself. I can try to do it on my own. But then I kind of got just over it. You have to understand that you have to have a team. That's how you take everything to the next level. I don't want to try to be like a great marketer or try to figure these things out on your own. when you have a team of professionals who just have done it for a long time and they have a track record and they have coaches like myself and other coaches are succeeding because of their process, skydive. Just go for it, man. Just go for it. Honestly. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Luke, thank you for being here today. This was awesome. I wanted to have this conversation for a while. I've been looking forward to this. So, and for those of you that are watching this, if you feel that you want some of the help and the support that Luke just shared around growing your coaching business, if you find that you have plateaued, whether you're just starting out and haven't even launched yet, or you're approaching six figures and haven't grown beyond that, I'd be happy to explore if or how we can help you. So the next step would be below this video, there's a place where you can book in a call with us. It's a short 15-minute call. We'll brainstorm strategies for generating leads for your business. We'll take a look at your niche and your price point and your offer to see what's really possible. And then if we do feel we can help you, we'll explore what that looks like and kind of map out a whole game plan. So just kind of scroll below. You can book a call, answer a couple of questions, and that way we can map out a game plan for helping you. So Luke, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. And I cannot wait to do another one of these in about 90 days to see where you're at that point, man.
Oh, brother, me too, man. I'm so excited. And again, Peter, thank you for everything, man. You've helped me so much, brother.